Waste and scrap vendors attached to various companies across Ogun State on Monday decried the alleged extortion and imposition of unbearable arbitrary levies by the state's Waste Management Authority, OGWAMA. The vendors also demanded the immediate removal of the general manager of OGWAMA, Mr. Hanya Abayomi, alleging that he imposed unbearable financial demands and brought in favored outsiders to take over their jobs. They expressed their grievances on Monday, in a protest held at the governor's office in Okemosan, Abeokuta, the state capital. Daily Post reports that the vendors, who are members of the Association of Waste Management Vendors and Recyclers of Nigeria, Ogun State Chapter, were armed with placards carrying different inscriptions such as, "Agwama has killed our business," "Hanya must go," "Samako must go," "He is heartless," "No OGWAMA hardship," "Gov Dapo Abiodun, please rescue our business," "He's a sadist," among others. According to them, there is a persistent extortion, arbitrary levies and attempts to sideline long-standing operators in the state's scrap and recycling sector. Speaking on behalf of the members, the president of the association, Mrs. Opeolua Balogun, stated that the association had been operating under a long-standing regulatory structure that required suppliers to a fee of N50,000 to the government for an annual license, but when the general manager, Hanya Abayomi, came on board, it was increased to N200,000. Mrs. Balogun alleged that despite paying several levies, the OGWAMA boss insisted that scrap vending was only for politicians and no longer for operators. She said, "We already had a standard format on ground. At the end of every year, we obtain a license and pay it to the government. The amount was N50,000, but when he came on board it was increased to N200,000. Since then, it has been levy upon levy, and it has become unbearable for us." The vendors disclosed that in violation of standard procedure, they were being forced to pay licensing fees months in advance of the regular registration period without receiving tax receipts. "He wanted us to pay in December, but normally when we register, we must present a tax receipt, which is not issued until the following year. He is forcing people to pay because he wants quick money," a member said. Since the inception of OGWAMA and OGEPA, the government has never forced anyone to pay. If you are interested in buying scrap, you go and pay. But now, payment is being forced on us, they added. Addressing the protesters, the chief of staff to the Ogun state government, Mr. Toyin Taiwo, called for calm and advised the aggrieved vendors to channel their complaints through the appropriate government channels. Taiwo urged the demonstrators to refrain from taking any measures that would disturb public order while assuring them that the state government will investigate their complaints.